explain the actual finishes from the clinch. Once you're there, how we taking them down technically. Most common way, I'm calling the knee prop. I don't have another name for it. What you do is you put your knee right next to your opponent's knee and drive in that direction. Do that, he's going to want to step to reclaim his balance, but he cannot because your knee is blocking him. With nowhere to base, he's easy to just chuck over to the side. Fedor actually does this one a lot with people that are considerably bigger than him. Here we can see him again. He's going to drive him towards the knee block, and that is able to get Brett Rogers over. Here we're going to see Nogueira in a different variation. There's the knee block. He's going to drive to the right, and he goes right over. So this is a very common one for Fedor, and it's one I think more people should add into their games. It's very cool. Talking about a variation here from Judo, Kosoto Geki. What that means is the minor outer hook in Judo. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about here. We are going to be hooking one leg around the opponent's leg from the outside and then pushing backwards in order to complete the takedown here. Fedor is going to get that outside hook right off of the high shot. So watch, throws the cross and watch, hooks the leg around the opponent there. So different from a knee prop where the knee is placed outside the leg without the hook before the throw. This one he's actually hooking entirely around the leg. Now, instead of pushing to the side, what he's going to do is push straight back in order to get this takedown here. So once again, different from the knee prop in that it hooks around and pushes straight back. The minor outer hook, as they call it in the Kokudan. Here's a cool one. This is a lat drop. So when Fedor gets in on that high shot, if his opponent resists by pressing forward on Fedor, what Fedor is going to do is arch back and then turn laterally to get a big takedown here. I think obviously this one's kind of high risk, high reward, so use cautiously because you are most likely not as good as Fedor is. For lack of a different name, I'm naming this the Russian knee pick. Basically, it's when you go from the high shot, then scoop up the opponent's leg, and then drop them down. It's the best of both the high shot and the low shot, it seems like. Okay, this one's vicious and a classic. This is the rear bear hug slam. Watch, he's got the double unders here, Fedor does, and he's gonna shuck his opponent's arm up with the arm I'm targeting here until he's able to pop his head out. He's then going to drive his hips straight underneath his opponent's hips. As you see here, he lifts him in the air, and then he's able to take him back for a gigantic Russian slam. Now, because of the camera angle here, I can't really tell what this throw is. It's either a Hizuguruma or a Sasai Sora Komiyashi. I can't tell because of the camera, so why don't we just break down both? Hizuguruma looks like this in Judo. And essentially what's happening here is that the guy who's doing the throw is stepping out to the side and creating the need for this guy to step. But what he does is he blocks that step, continues the rotation, and that creates the throw. Difference between Hizuguruma and Sasai is that Hizuguruma hits the knee, as you can see here. It's actually referred to as the knee wheel in the throw, where Sasai is going to hit lower down towards the ankle or the shin. So that's why I can't really tell which one is which from this video. But I'm pretty sure it's one of those two, or possibly the knee prop I explained earlier.